Welcome, everybody, back to the TIZZ Talk Podcast. I am your host, Chucktizz. You can call me Chuck Taco if you want to, because honestly, that's my new Instagram handle name. I don't fucking know. It makes no sense. But anyways, I got my co-host on the line, Too Woke to Go Motherfucking Broke. What's up, Too Woke?
Shit, chilling, man. Just
what you sipping on? What are you sipping on?
Little Blanton's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fucking baller status over here, bro.
I just got a line on a case if I want it. So
shit, I'll jump in on that with you.
All right. Yeah, cut it. You need to cut it.
Cut the check. Cut the motherfucking check. TIZZ fam. I know it. Gee, I'm sorry. It's been too fucking long. I think we're like over a month overdue at this point. But we're back, baby. We're back. Fucking back, dude. We're back. We're stronger than ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
I couldn't do this without Tua, guys. So we're back. We're stronger than ever. Am I going to stay up all night tonight? I don't know, because I got to get on a motherfucking airplane tomorrow at 8 a.m. to go to California. Go, California love. I'm going back to Cali, San Diego, baby. Going back to where I went to college. It's the best city in California, in my opinion. For those of y'all didn't know that, yes, the TIZZ did go to college. Yes, he did. And he went to college in San Diego, but he didn't graduate from San Diego. Why is that? Because I was a surf bum and I didn't give a fuck. Yeah. I ended up actually graduating back in the fucking dirty old H-Town.
Oh, did you? I forgot about that. I
graduated from U of H, man. University of Houston. I did like 3 full years of school in San Diego. Then decided to take a fucking 5-year hiatus.
Damn.
And then I ended up back in H-Town, and I had 1 year left, and I graduated, at U of H.
Yeah.
University of Houston. Go Cougars.
Yeah, the Cougs.
And Aztecs, they both have their flaws, and they're both not that great, but they are both decent at basketball. Both teams, I think, from what I remember, the Aztecs absolutely sucked at football. They were horrible, but they had a good basketball team. And I know U of H has had a decent football team at times, but I think their basketball team's always been pretty on point most of the time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Give or take. I mean, shit, it ain't Duke or, anything like that. But
no.
But
they're probably good at baseball and shit, too.
I don't know. I don't hear much about it. But
no one cares about college baseball. That's why.
I mean, baseball's no hate. Anyone who's a baseball fan out there, by all means, I ain't hating on it. It's just kind of a boring sport to watch unless your team's in the motherfucking playoffs or going to the World Series. Speaking of that, we get enough grief over here in H-Town for being the Astros, the cheating scandal. Look, I'm tired of hearing about it. Get the fuck over it. Because honestly,
get over it.
Whether we cheated, we didn't. That shit just opened up Pandora's box on all you other motherfucking teams out there that were cheating anyways.
Well, yeah,
now we're the only ones doing it. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if we were doing it, they were doing it. We just got caught.
Exactly, man.
That's the way I look at it.
Exactly.
Hey, we won a fucking world championship. Who gives a shit? Like, just shut up and move on. Like, like the Dodgers and the Yankees fans. Jesus, it's nonstop with them, dude. They come in town, they like riot, and they're like fucking parading down the streets lately.
They're salty, man. That's the biggest form of flattery right there.
I agree. It's like, dude, keep complaining.
Thanks for the hate, man. We'll take that hate and we'll party with it.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, we're gonna party.
All that does is make us strive to be better, baby. I love the haters. Hate on me all you want. That just means I'm doing something right. It's pissing you off.
Yeah.
I mean, that is basically what haters do. They just encourage, right? Go ahead.
In my opinion, a pitcher and a catcher should have enough changes in their signaling that can't happen. Like, you got to be more crafty. You got to have like 3 sets going in, and you switch them each inning, A, B, and C. And then they don't know what you're necessarily doing. You know what I mean? Like,
I just thought it was really weird.
It's
And
not
I mean,
really cheating, I don't think.
I don't think it's cheating. And here's
Baseball is all about cheating.
sign stealing, like, you know,
Yeah,
like
you
that's
steal a
it's
base.
been like that, right?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
steal a
not to
base.
promote stealing, but you steal a base. I mean, you nailed it on the motherfucking head right there. I can't even say anything because that's
And
it
in the
right there.
streets, if you steal the base, they coming for your ass.
You know that. You know that, but
All your base are belong to us.
man, I'm so glad we did this podcast. It's been too long. I forgot. It brings this energy out of me. It's like a relief.
Yeah.
I need to get this off my chest, sort of thing, you know. But no, it's just the whole base. I don't know how we got on this. It's fine. Maybe it's because I'm drinking the out of a Crawford rock class. Can y'all see that shit? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I see it, man.
H-Town till go down, baby.
What you sipping on?
I just drinking one of these St. Arnold's. That's a local Houston brewery, TIZZ fam. Art Car IPA.
Nice.
An IPA. So I like to call it an IPA. I'm a
Yeah,
big
St.
IPA.
Arnold.
I'm an IPA guy. I like IPAs. I like the bitter beers. You know, it kind of tastes like weed.
Yeah, I don't
weed.
like it. I like real dark. I like dark beers, man.
It is a dark beer. What are you talking about? It's fucking dark. It's fucking
No, I'm saying
hot.
IPAs. I don't dig the
Oh,
IPAs.
you don't like dark beers? No, yeah.
Well, I like
mean,
dark beers. I like dark beers.
Well, IPA is dark beer. I mean, it's
IPA?
not. I mean, it's a heavier, darker beer. It's not a Guinness.
Oh, they're usually golden.
I mean, it's gold, but I mean, I've seen them in all color shapes and form. I mean, they're more
like Guinness or like a stout.
I was gonna say like a stout, like a darker, like a brown ale, like
dark beer,
like a Newcastle or something.
Put your beer up to the.
Well, no, this is like a golden one. You're right, but I've seen IPAs that are dark as fuck.
No.
Oh yes, dude. Oh, yeah, triple, double IPAs, bro. Like dark.
They're like cloudy, so cloudy.
Dude, I've seen some brown.
Oh, okay.
And those are like the real fucking double IPA, like strong, like almost malty. They're so thick.
And corrected.
You only need dude. I'm a big IPA guy. I love IPAs. It's like my favorite go-to beers. I just like it. I think it has a lot. I think it has a lot to do with because it tastes a lot like flour, man, like weed flour. I like that bittery kind of herby taste. You know, the hops.
You like the earthy shit? Yeah. I just can't get down with gold beers in general. They don't really like me, and I don't like them. But the dark beers, I like.
Like you can't drink like a Modelo or something, you know? Like,
really, man. I don't like
really?
to.
On a hot summer day, man.
I'll drink one. I'm not saying I don't drink a light.
I know you
beer.
used to give me shit in high school for drinking Corona, so I get it.
Yeah, light beer is.
You used to give me shit. I'll never forget. I don't even know if you remember this. We went to a crawfish boil, like I think it was like senior year or some shit. I don't even know whose crawfish boil was. It was outside of the city. It was like we went out somewhere. Good crawfish. This is like I have a picture of us somewhere. I saw it recently. And like it's like me, you. I don't know. Maybe
I don't know where it was. Is that Morgan's?
Morgan.
Yeah.
Fuck yes, dude. Yes, exactly. Some of the best crawfish I swear I think I ever had. It was like so spicy and it's just going down so good with those beers, bro. Like, and I had a Corona in this picture, and I remember you're like, man, get the fucking Corona shit the fuck out of here. It's like, hey man, fuck you. This shit is good, bro. This fucking crawfish is spicy as fuck. Like, what are you drinking on? I don't even know what you were drinking on. Probably some liquor.
Probably too much is what I was drinking on.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. I do remember. I'm surprised. I can't believe you actually remember that was Morgan's. Yeah, that's exactly where it was. That was some good shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. There is a picture though. I did see it recently because I was going through a box and I came across a bunch of old pictures. Bro, you'd be surprised. There was that. I got the prom photo, dude. Of us at my dad's. Oh yeah. I got that. It's all of us lined up. You're in it. John Bass is in it. Shout out John Bass. Movie star over here. Fucking y'all ever seen Baywatch? Go check it out. Him and The Rock and Zac Efron and my old crush of a movie star chick, what's her name? Alexandra Daddario. She's hot. Anyways, yeah, shout out John Best. Love you, buddy. Talked to him the other week. Yeah,
by the way, have you seen that show that the Dario chick's in, the one on HBO?
No, I think I know what you're talking. Is it new?
It's dog shit, dude. That show sucks.
Most of those shows do suck, bro.
What they do is, here's what HBO's formula is. Unless they have don't get me wrong, HBO has some great shows, Sopranos, Curb Your Enthusiasm, shit like that.
Oh, The Sopranos, and we've talked about that.
But
hands down best.
But a lot of their shows, including the Dragon fucking show, Game of Thrones, all they do is they shoot back and forth all the fucking time, and it makes like people think they're clever. But really, it's just shitty storytelling that makes everything seem mysterious. So people will watch it till the end. And then in this show, I mean, nothing happens, dude. Nothing happens.
No, but you're right. And guess what? I've never seen Game of Thrones. And when I tell people that, they're like, you've never seen Game of Thrones? I'm so jealous of you because like you get to watch it from start to finish.
Yeah, no, I'm jealous of you.
I have no desire to watch that show because I'm not like a fucking Dungeons and Dragons kind of guy. I'm more of like a real.
I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous of you because you haven't seen it.
Didn't waste the time watching it.
Yeah, dude. I stayed like that for years. And then in Colorado, my mom and Emily made me like, not made me, but you know what I mean? They were watching it. So
it's like, get the vaccine, motherfucker. Get the vaccine.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Yeah, watch the fucking show.
I'm getting pressured now. I'm getting pressured about that shit, by the way. Sorry to cut you off, but now I'm starting to get the pressure from the family.
Dude, people are always about the pressure with it, and it's like, dude, like, mind your fucking business. I mean,
look, I got COVID in 2020. I got the antibodies, and I'm just found out that I'm blood type O+, which is rare, and supposedly very resistant against COVID, from what I've heard or learned.
Yeah, dog, you got the resistance.
I'm not against the vaccines. I'm not like ready to get it. Like, there's no reason I feel like for me to get it yet. I'm not against it. I will get it just like I get a flu shot. But, it took decades for them to develop the flu shot. I am not going to be one of those motherfuckers, as we talked about this on that show, one of the other episodes. Not going to be, did you take the Pfizer vaccine?
I'm going to do what you all think I'm going to do, which is just freak out, man. Like, it's not, it's not trying to freak out, but it's like you said, there's plenty of reasons not to that aren't crazy.
Well, they just came out with this third booster shot, dude. And it's like, and not only did they just they're trying to get it out as fast as possible. There's a lot of kickback coming against it right now. They're like a lot of the scientists are like, this is too fast. This is too fast. Like, I just read an article about that literally right before we started the show. I was like, hey, that's what I've been saying. It's a little too quick.
Here's what's going on, man. The booster is just the first of many, like you said. But you always want to fear anything where people feel only two ways about it. It's like everybody's either fucking super anti-vax, which we're not. We just don't want to take something that's new. And, I
feel good, man. Like, I don't, look, guys, I know this fucking shit is real. I am not one of those people that is saying COVID is not real.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
saying. I get it. I got it. Like, I know it's real. Now, I don't know about this whole Delta thing. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I know maybe what the antidote might be. You should go eat some Delta 8 gummies, guys. This is sponsored by the TIZZ TALK Podcast. No, don't. Actually, that shit might give you a fucking headache and get dizzy, because I did. Jesus.
Yeah, stick to the real deal. But if that's all
I wish you would have never told me that, by the way, because when you said that to me, I was like, oh, you know what? Actually, it did make me dizzy. And it's mentally embedded in me.
Gummies are very good. They make you feel almost just like normal skin.
Bro, if you got to go to work the next day, do not eat a fucking Delta 8 gummies. Do not eat a Delta 8 gummy before you got to go to work the next day, because you are going to wake up and your eyes won't even open and you're going to feel like you're spinning.
There's a little something to it that's not quite right.
It's a little off-putting. Like Bill Cosby says.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bill Cosby.
Yeah, free Willie. I mean, he's free as can be, man. Free Bill.
Free Billy. No, he's free. Fuck it. Yeah, I thought that was actually really fucking ironic and crazy that we talked about him about not going to treatment and staying in jail, and then literally the next episode, he's out. He's free. What are the fucking odds, man?
Yeah, I mean,
you guys better watch your Jello, dude. Just watch out for your Jello.
His lawyers are very good.
I mean, when you're Bill Cosby and you're eating Jello and serving pudding to children, dude, you did a really good impression of him like last night. Can you do it again for us for the show?
Please? It was spur of the moment, you know what I mean?
It was so good. It was so funny. It was so funny, dude. Because I was listening to another episode. I have to go back and I'll listen to us. I do, because I critique myself. I'm like a perfectionist sometimes. Like I got to go back and make sure I do everything right. I edit all these shows, guys. I do. I got to listen to my own voice a lot. You want to know how fucking annoying that can be, but I do it. And it helps me critique myself because I can hear myself. I'm like, oh, TIZZ, shut the fuck up. Sure.
Well, also, man, I mean, that shit was fucked up, with the Afghanis clinging to the airplane and dropping off.
Dude, yeah, okay. I'm glad you brought that up because that needs to be discussed. Obviously, that's a big deal going on right now. The whole Afghanistan thing. I mean, we've been in basically invading their country and holding it the way we do whatever the fuck we want with it for about 20 years now. And then all of a sudden, it's like, no, we're done. And then here comes the motherfucking Taliban and everybody fucking runs wild. It's like, what the actual fuck is going on right now? Yeah. Because I thought the Taliban was gone. When was the last time you heard Taliban?
You can't see that.
Was it the Bush era? I don't even fucking know. But all of a sudden, they're here and they're in full force, bro.
And then it went from Taliban to ISIS to Taliban.
Yeah, it's like ISIS is here, Taliban's nothing. They're done. And no. That is apparently not true.
It's the same.
Yeah, it is the same. I mean, they all have their reasons of doing whatever it is.
It up. You see, they got to switch it up a little bit because or else people get bored of the same old shit. So now it's Taliban and
but I mean,
this is what America does. We go into a place, we fuck it up, we give it just enough stability.
2 decades.
We give it just enough stability where people are like living and doing something, and then we just leave, and then everyone's fucking gets killed. I mean, we've done it a lot.
I mean, that is totally America right there.
It's like Iran, and this will have repercussions.
Why didn't we invade Iran? You mean Iraq? Were you going to say Iraq? Were you trying to say Iraq?
This reminds me a la like back in the day when America overthrew the government of Iran that was a Western country.
Oh, you're talking about back in the day. Because right now, Iran's the country that America won't fuck with.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying we're doing
I take that back. Trump fucked with them. Trump bombed that motherfucker.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. That was when 2020 just started, and it was like that. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Let me introduce you to COVID-19.
Yeah, exactly.
That took the story for you for 2020. But anyways, I mean, like what I'm getting at is like, bro, Iran is obviously the number one country that we should obviously be focusing on over there, over any of them. And why the fuck are we even still in Afghanistan? I thought we were gone anyway, and apparently we weren't. And then when we decide to leave, Biden, who was vice president under Obama, who was highly involved in all this crap. Apparently he was the guy who orchestrated the death of Osama bin Laden, which is not proven. I don't even know if that motherfucker was alive when he was even in office. He could have been dead a long time ago. There was no proof. Who cares?
How do we know? How do we know he was in the building? Because they told us
they killed him as a fucking building. He's in a fucking cave. I mean, who the fuck knows? I mean, the dude was a ghost from the get-go. Who knows if he was even fucking alive and 9/11 happened?
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's a good one. That's a good, yeah.
How do you know? It's just like they're picking a character and like using it like the blame. It's like all you see is this footage of this dude with a beard on a motherfucking camera. And I mean, the American public's gonna believe whatever the fuck you put in front of them on fucking TV, especially when you blow up some buildings with airplanes. I mean, yeah, they're gonna fucking pay attention. So, false flag shit, no not to be a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. You know, some of this shit just doesn't add up to me a little bit.
If I tell them to look up the Building 7, that was more weird.
Yeah, I mean, Building 7 was fucked up. Yeah, there's a lot of like really iffy things about this shit. And I'm not saying the government, we did it to ourselves, but they're definitely withholding information. 100%. Why the fuck would they tell us, first of all? But off topic a little bit here. The whole Afghanistan thing, right? It kind of bothers me a little bit. I was a little like shocked and a little sick because it's like we've been taking over that country 20 years and we're just going to pull out. And all of a sudden, here comes motherfucking Taliban. I mean, it was like they found out we were leaving and they came in full force, like fucking running backs, quarterbacks, that whole fucking, the defensive line or offensive line coming straight. I mean, the whole goddamn country was like, get us out of here. Like, you can't leave us if they're going to kill us.
The next storyline is
these motherfuckers are hanging on the planes, dude, like in the fucking air. I mean, that's how bad they wanted to leave. It kind of bothered me, man. It really did.
No, of course, man. I mean, no, it should bother you.
I mean, we should be back over there, fucking putting forces around the guy. I mean, I know they're trying, is what I've seen, but like, you can't just do what we've done for 2 decades and just say, we're done.
Well, that's
Taliban, doors wide open. Like, hey, we got this shit back. Like, and then basically, I mean, it's a fucking free state, dude. Like, these motherfuckers run that shit. I mean, the president of fucking.
Who's happy right now? Who's happy right now is George
Trump?
Bush.
Oh.
Bush. Because he started this whole fucking thing.
Oh, he's sitting back with a laugh.
Nobody's even talking about Bush. It's all about how Biden's
like Trump and Biden. It's like, well, wait a minute. What about Bush and Cheney?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really Cheney
and Obama, for that matter. I mean, he was president too during a lot of this shit. It's like, dude,
Obama supposedly was the person who orchestrated the kill of Osama bin Laden. They did show proof of them fucking hanging Saddam Hussein in 2006 by a rope on national fucking TV, but they can't show video footage of Osama bin Laden, the most hated, number one, wanted man in the world. Remember when
they dumped him in the ocean? Remember they had him wrapped in like a white cloth and then dumped him in the ocean? Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude. How fucked up is it?
I've never seen that ever. I've never seen them do that ever.
Well, how fucked up is it? Tuvo, I'm gonna tell you right now. In today's day and age, and this was back in 2006, it wasn't that long ago. I mean,
no, it wasn't.
We were in our 20s, but there is no way you would ever, if this happened. Fast forward it, you wouldn't see fucking what's his name, Saddam Hussein being hung on national TV. That was an 2006 thing.
You might,
maybe, but
they'll show whatever they tell them.
These days are just so sensitive about everything. Look how weak wrestling has become on TV. I mean, they can't even fucking hit people with chairs or anything anymore because it's so sensitive.
The wheels are so big and vast that they turn and you just kind of roll with it, Well,
what are you supposed to do as an American citizen that's on your TV right in front of you? Especially back in 2006, we didn't have fucking Instagram and shit to fucking scroll through. It was like, what was on your TV back then,
Yeah, exactly.
And it was even worse in the 90s and stuff. I mean, you only had certain outlets to get your information from. Now, it's even worse because you got fucking so many outlets.
Yeah.
Like it's misinformation. It's not even like false information. It's like there's so much shit being spread around. It's like, what do you believe and what do you not believe?
And if you find too many people agreeing with what you're saying and thinking, then you've probably been fed a line, And here's the other part of that is I think person is good. Most most individual persons want the same things, but people are bad, man. If you're sitting there waving a sign or wearing a hat or whatever it is, man, like, chill out, chill out.
So true, man. I mean, that just goes back to the whole fucking.
And I'm not talking about, it's sign anybody. I was wondering, one time it hit me when I was watching, it's like Hillary Clinton on the news at one of her rallies, and all these people are waving these signs around. And I'm like, who would be insane enough to be that excited about, and it's every politician. It's not,
I hate fucking politics.
A lot of people, I guess they just love the promises. If somebody's making promises of stuff they want to hear, then.
And they love their side. They love their team, whatever side they want to fucking choose. It's like, I don't have a side. I don't care about any of this shit, man. Like, it doesn't matter who is the motherfucking president to me.
Be like
And it's not
water.
going to change my life. It's not going to change my life. I promise you that. I don't give a fuck with Biden, Trump, fuck Ross Perot, fuck Bill Clinton, Hillary. I do not care. It is not affecting me personally.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it either way.
And if you think that it is affecting you personally, you're out of your fucking mind that one fucking individual is going to change your life that much. Do something with your fucking life and don't fucking depend on some fucking old white dude in a fucking suit that's pulled by puppet string. I'm sorry. We don't get political here. I'm just venting a little bit. It's been one of them weeks. But yeah, no, we don't talk politics here on the TIZZ Talk Podcast. This is we're purple peas.
But what we were talking about was Afghanistan, but it's like it doesn't matter who's in charge, whatever. Whenever we're gonna pull out of there, it's gonna be ugly.
That was shown within the first 5 minutes. As soon as they found out, it was like,
but you know what it reminded me of?
They're leaving.
It reminded me of that picture back in Vietnam, the fall of Saigon, where the helicopters pulling off and those last couple people are trying to get on, as the fall.
But we lost that war.
Well, yeah, we did. Well, we lost this one.
Did we lose it? I mean, is it a loss? We're a 20-year occupation. I don't know.
We're leaving, and the enemy's rolling right back in. I don't know.
I just think we're leaving because there's nothing. There's no reason. There is no reason for us to be there in the first place.
These people are like, they're a big roving gang. Imagine Mad Max, if you will. They got their Toyotas and they got their machine guns, and they just go wherever the party's hot. So when Afghanistan got a little too hot and it was too hard to really get any gains, they go across the borders to other countries, to Syria, to, all these other places where they can have their little skirmishes and actually be the man. And then when we leave, they just come right back. They don't die, they multiply. So
shout out to ASAP Rocky because he says that shit on one of my favorites.
Well, that's Bebe's Kids. That's where that came from.
Am I getting? Wait, it's from what? Bebe's Kids.
Bebe's Kids. It's an old cartoon. And the little kids are like, we don't die, we multiply. They're like these little ghetto children, and they're going to a theme park.
Oh, so that's where ASAP Rocky got that from.
And there's this guy, and he's trying to date this woman who has all these kids. So he's putting up with all this bullshit. And his whole day just sucks, you know what I mean? Because these kids are so bad. Bebe's Kids, that's the name of the cartoon.
All right. Man, I just learned something new.
But yeah,
you said that, and I'm like, oh shit, shout out ASAP. And then you're like, oh wait, that's Bebe's Kids. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
And I'm sure somebody said it before Bebe's Kids, but anyways, we lost, man. It's like the war on drugs. Like they can go catch 20 pounds of cocaine, but it doesn't matter. There's 20 more coming right behind it. You know what I mean? Like it's the same type of war. You can't fight an idea. You know what I mean? And that's what the Taliban and ISIS and the KKK and all these bad groups, you're fighting an idea, man. You can't fight an idea. People are going to share that idea.
Yeah, it's like a self-generated thing that they like to put fear into people, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's just,
is it real? Is it not? I mean, obviously.
Well, where do gangs generally tend to like really incubate and become
it's so
big?
I'm sorry, I gotta stop you. It's so funny because you lean back and you got the fake shades on from the screen. You just look so chilled out, dude. You lean back like this, and he's got the this fam. You can't see him. I can't wait to get this shit on YouTube one day. But he is leaned back. He's got these fucking fake sunglasses on from the fucking video chat shit. It's like a filter. He just looks so kicking it, bro. It's insane. I'm sorry. On a tangent. No, but you bring up a good point.
I mean, where do these types of things incubate and become big? Is like where there's misery and people that are poor and religion and they're uneducated. I mean, that's where you get this shit. And there's no shortage of that in the Middle East. I mean, Taliban, they won, man.
Especially I see what you're saying when you say they won. I was doing a comparison to like Vietnam because that was like a real, not to say that this wasn't a war, but this is like a 20-year occupation. And it's like, okay, now we're going to leave. And it's like, they're like, okay, well, they can't.
You know what Biden should have done? He should have pulled a Bush. He should have pulled a George Bush and put a mission accomplished sign up and flown out of there and be like, yeah, we got him. Like, we did it.
Yeah,
you know?
with the motherfuckers hanging on the side of the plane as it's like, God knows how high. I was like, that is disturbing.
Yeah.
Reminded me of 9/11, seeing those people jump up the fucking window.
Yeah. Yeah. Full circle, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, full
dude,
circle.
we're about to hit the 20-year anniversary, and you hear all these people fucking saying shit. I don't really get on social media anymore. I really don't. I barely check Instagram these days. It's either I'm too busy or I just don't care. But I have seen some shit. They're like, what are the biggest threats America faces right now? It's like one of them was something, I forget the other one was the 20-year anniversary of 9/11. Conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
That was like the third, biggest deal. This was like on CNBC or some shit. I mean, it wasn't just some, random news outlet. I mean, they were talking about this shit. I mean, it's the 20 years is coming up. I mean, what were you? Do you remember what you were doing when that day happened?
Yeah, man. I was at Bel Air.
We were at Bel Air High School. We were freshmen, bro. I'll never forget this.
We skipped school.
Well, my mom came and finally picked our asses up. But because I love New York, I used to go to New York all the time. I was one of the last groups of people that actually got to go on top of the World Trade Center as a kid, months before it fell. I've been up there like 5 times. Yeah. The South Tower, there's a view deck. You go out on the roof. It was awesome. Yeah. I have pictures.
I've been up there. But
I was so July of 2001, I was up there.
Wow.
I happened to walk in, I think, right as the South Tower fell. It had been hit. I mean, some time had passed. And so I walked in. I mean, and then I saw that shit as a 15 or 14-year-old kid to see this crazy. I mean, the whole world just stopped. I mean,
everybody pretty much live, like on TV live, saw the second tower fall because it happened so far after the first.
Yeah, because the first one hit. I mean, they actually finally got the real, like the footage. Somebody happened to be filming. They actually have footage of the first one hitting because that was the fucking mystery, right? Like that happened out of nowhere. They found that footage and they're sitting there, they're talking, and all of a sudden you see that fucking plane. There's plenty of videos. Like go on YouTube and look at it. But like it's crazy, but to see it happen live it was surreal. To this day, it kind of still gives me the fucking chills, dude. I mean, like you sit there and all of a sudden you see a news broadcaster saying, they're talking about this one tower they got hit. Here comes another fucking plane. Boom. And then the second one hit way harder than the first one. The second one got that second tower, the South Tower, so an angle that was almost like this shit ain't gonna hold up, dude. I mean, it hit it at an angle, at a low angle. I mean, anybody who knew dude, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. The crazy thing about the whole thing is it's still a big fucking mystery. Use your head. What the fuck is going on?
Well, you know who else needs to use their head? I mean, I would never spend $1 on an OnlyFans, you know what I mean? But OnlyFans, speaking of just boneheaded moves, they're getting rid of explicit content on their page or whatever. Which my interpretation of the thing is that's
right. You were talking about this earlier. Good segue.
So now you can only see titties and ass, I guess. I mean, you can still post nude photos and videos, but no, I'm guessing I don't know.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Because I was saying
I don't have an OnlyFans account.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, you might as well go watch Pornhub for free. What's the fucking point?
Well, people are so obsessed with celebrity these days that OnlyFans is like the perfect place for people to go see D-list celebrities and E-list, like maybe even lower F-list celebrities.
Is that just like a tease though, man? Like that just sounds miserable.
These chicks are making millions of dollars.
Oh, I'm sure the chicks are. I'm talking about like.
No, who are these dumbasses paying for it? I don't know, but that's
go to fucking Pornhub.
Celebrities,
if you really want to jerk it, it's free.
Well, celebrities gotten so crazy in America that people will pay $10 for something that, like you said, you can see a hotter chick on Pornhub. They want to see Bad Baby topless or something. Like she was on there, made like $10 million bucks or something.
Baby.
Yeah, I mean, like Black China. Black China's made like $20 million on OnlyFans. Who would want to see her naked?
Not me.
There's plenty of chicks that I mean, Black China's gross. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like that ain't no appealing to me. Like, that does not turn me on, my friend. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Yeah,
first of all, man, like, why the fuck are y'all paying for this shit?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
why are you wasting your money? There's a free outlet. It's called Pornhub.com. If you really want to go jerk it off so bad to some hot ass porn star, who gives a fuck if she's famous or not? It's free. And it's like an HD.
And then now OnlyFans.
And now you gotta go pay for this shit. It's like,
so now OnlyFans is getting greedy because they're looking for funding because, you know, obviously they want to probably go public or whatever and make a bunch of money, which is great and all. But
are they really trying to push an IPO on this shit?
I'm pretty sure they're trying. Well, I know they're trying to get funding, but
would that be the first porn company ever to go public?
No, I think there's other porn. I think you can invest in some, but yeah, Playboy was, but that's not really porn. You know, that was like
nowadays.
This would be the first.
That's soft porn now, which used to be not soft porn. That would be considered.
See, this would have been the first hardcore, and now they're trying to like make it medium core, and it's like, dude, like. I just think from a principle standpoint, like, why would you do that? Like, and that's the kind of company that's generational wealth. People will always pay to see some celebrity go topless. You should keep that business in the family because it's not even like you have to produce content. They make it themselves. You got the name.
I mean, they don't got to do much besides.
They make like 20%. So how much can it possibly cost them of like the $4 billion in revenue they did?
Dude, the porn industry, they're making movies, but it's no special. I mean, you're talking about the budget is. I mean, all you need is
I wonder if people back in the 70s and 60s, did they really like the stories? I think they did. I think they actually did kind of like the movie aspect of porn.
It had to have been more fun back then, though.
Yeah. Well, you must have had to take your time.
I mean, nowadays it's like 5 dudes railing one chick, dude. It's like
I think a lot of dudes these days too are just getting a quick jerk in. I think back then you took your time. If you were gonna jerk in,
dude, all you need is your phone.
It was an event.
Do it real quick. Get a Pornhub and you can get that shit down real quick. You know,
it was like VCR.
Back then you had to get the BJs and PJs. Remember that one? Shout out to Miles motherfucking Farrell.
Yeah, he shows up drunk.
That was the best shit. Drunk? I don't know what the fuck he was on, dude. That
shit was 6 DVDs and one of them
like, I want my DVDs back. He was like, oh, he wanted his DVDs back so bad.
DJs, man.
That's right, because you were there. I'll never forget that, dude. Like this, this is a long story.
We were finally going to sleep. Like I was sitting
after like 3 in the morning.
I just hear duck, duck, duck on the door for like 5-10 minutes.
At my parents' house too. Like they were out of town.
Like, what the fuck you want, Miles? My DVDs.
He wouldn't leave. He wanted his porn DVDs. And like it was like the title of. I was like, Miles, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like Miles, wherever you are, if you're around, I love you, buddy. I just. It's the best story ever because Toowoketogobroke was there. And I'll never forget this shit. I can't forget it. How could I? He just came pounding on that back door. And we were like, what the fuck, dude? Like, get out of here. Like, what do you want? All he wanted was that motherfucking DVD. It was like BJs and PJs, you know? Yeah. And like, I was like, dude, I don't know what you're talking. I kept it. I was like, get the fuck out of here, you crazy motherfucker. And, I remember like I found it and I had it for a long time. I don't know where that DVD is now, but BJs and PJs. That was back in like 2008.
Yeah.
And that was definitely considered soft porn because I remember watching it and that's all it was BJs and PJs.
You watched BJs and PJs.
I put that shit on it. I mean, Miles thought I was like, man, this must be gold. Got to at least see what it's about. It really
try out the goods. I hear you.
That's all it is. It's literally just BJs and PJs. It didn't go any further than that. That's it. So, and this is before Pornhub and all that shit, I think. I mean, maybe.
No.
I mean, the sites existed not like they do now.
Like now,
you had to have a fucking laptop or something. You couldn't do shit on your phone.
That's true.
Back in the day, but So yeah, so he said he wanted that disc so bad, dude. We're like, it was so late. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Like one of his.
I know
Final
you remember that because like the only thing I remember about that night is you, me, and I know other people were there, but I vividly remember you there and Miles. And we were both laughing because we figured out what he wanted. And he wanted that goddamn DVD. It's just, love you, Miles. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I don't know. Crazy shit with that.
I don't think anybody's heard about that kid in a while, huh?
If anybody has, it would have been me. He had my number. He called me all the time from random fucking shit. I don't even know. Yeah, he'd be like, yo, TIZZ, I just shut off the phone with Donald Trump. He wants to buy some real estate. I'll hook it up. I got this shit on lock or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this
awesome.
It's the TIZZ TALK Podcast.
Hey, what's up, Taylor? It's Miles. Yes, another attempt at a prank call, but shit, you didn't pick up, so let's get down to business. Yeah, Donald Trump, he wants some of that property and everything like that, and no bullshit. I got some seats to the Super Bowl at the 50-yard line. I'll try to get a hold of you. All right, man. Just the weekend, yeah. Taylor, I'm calling on official business. It's Miles, obviously. I just got off the phone with Donald Trump. I told him how my buddy is selling real estate, selling buildings, everything, and he wants to get in touch with you. And he wants to know some real estate deals. So I'll give you a call tomorrow. But he's real serious about it. All right, take. Yo.
TIZZ TALK Podcast.
Everybody, for some reason, Toowoketogobroke, I don't, to this day, I don't understand why, how. You probably don't, because I don't know your number by heart. But for some reason, a lot of people recognized and still to this day have my number embedded in their fucking head. Because I've had the same goddamn cell phone number for almost 20 years.
I was the same way, man, until I moved here. Getting in sales, I had to get the local.
I've contemplated changing my number so many fucking times at this point, but it's like, why? Like, I've had it for 20 years. Like,
yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Dude, speaking of numbers, like back in the day, I don't know if I've told you that. I mean, it's a stupid story, but I was at my buddy's house, and we were kids, middle school, maybe even like 5th grade, but I think it was probably 6th grade. But anyways, I was prank calling 713 monkeys. MONKEYS.
Monkeys.
Just some,
a random thing that you decided to punch in.
Yeah, we were prank calling, and I was like,
okay, so it wasn't so that was just somebody's number. Yeah,
some random. I don't know who to this day, but I called it a lot, and then I left a message.
You're calling the same person?
Yeah. We started just getting kind of hung up on him and pranking him. Like we were calling random.
Oh, we kept calling him. So mad.
And then he filed,
you couldn't block numbers that easy back then, by the way. You couldn't just get on your phone and block the number. I mean, it wasn't that easy.
So we were at my buddy's dad's house, and
how old were you?
I was probably, I don't know, 11.
Middle school.
Yeah.
Middle schoolish. Yeah.
11.
Like, that sounds about middle school. Sounds about
right. But anyways, he
wrapping houses and prank calling.
713 monkeys called the police.
713 monkeys. Maybe we should call
the police and filed a complaint. And then my buddy's dad was real cool, and he ended up he had to pay a ticket because I kept calling from his number, like his home number, to 713 monkeys. He had to pay like a $75
that's not that bad. It's not that bad. 75. Yeah, but it was these days that would be like $750.
You know, it was so cool. He never even told me that. His son made a joke to me about it and kind of told me about it. And I was like, oh shit, he got a ticket. Like I thought he was maybe going to be a little pissed, but he never even mentioned it, dude. He was cool as shit.
I think that punishment is way more harsh these days and definitely going to be in the hundreds of dollars.
But here's the funniest part about it is we called it like for that like weekend when we were just like chilling at his house, like sleepover shit.
It's like the Jerky Boys. Remember those guys?
But then, like every couple years, it would pop into my head, and I would call 713 Monkeys and be like, "Yeah, because it was like fuck you,
Wait, when was the last time you called that number?
Not that long ago.
No way.
Yeah, but
give me some kind of time frame here. Like how long is that?
Within the last 2 years.
No fucking way.
Yeah. And then
did they pick it up? Somebody answered the phone?
He did. But 8 years ago.
Same person?
Yeah, same person.
That's
8 years
wild.
ago. That's 8 years ago, dude, I called it and he goes, "Oh, fuck you, you little shit." He got pissed. It was not the, he remembered. It was so awesome. It was man, we shared.
Dude. So the same guy, the same person is still picking up the phone after all this time.
Guy.
And he's still like, "You motherfuckers, if I ever find you, I've been dealing with this for fucking 15 years. Stop calling."
At this point, he should just
that Jerky Boys, dude. It's like, you kicked my dog. You kicked my dog.
Yeah. Her daughter come to my house today and she kicked my dog.
Oh, dude, the Jerky Boys, man, they were classic, man. Everybody loved them, and that got overdone. But man, that was great, dude. That's fucking awesome. That the same number, they recognized you guys, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, that's so cool. I think that's fucking hilarious that you called it within the past 2 years, because we're grown men.
And I don't do it every. I'd probably do it maybe once every 5 years.
The fact that it was within the past 2 years. Over 30 years old. I'm gonna get that number. That's fucking great because you still guys. You want to live life. Live like a fucking kid, man. Have fun. Just fucking have fun, dude. Don't let anybody fucking make you fucking mad or depressed. Just sit there and laugh and fucking just take it for what it is. Just fucking laugh back at him, dude. That's the way I look at shit. There's no reason to get upset over anything these days, man. Don't let someone bring you fucking down, dude. No, I mean, that's the truth. I didn't used to think, I didn't have that mindset. Now, shit, dude, after everything I've had to deal with or been through that we all have, it's like, you good luck trying to put me down. Yeah. I'll sit there and smile at you because I think I've basically been through most of it anyway at this point. So it's like, I don't know what you could do to me that I haven't done to myself. One, because I am my own worst enemy. Nobody can fuck me up more than myself. I guarantee you that. I've been in fights. I've gotten my ass kicked, whatever. But in the long run, nobody's fucked up the TIZZ more than the TIZZ has fucked himself. That is the truth. And I've learned to accept that. I am my own worst enemy.
There you go.
Can't let the dragon out sometimes, man. You gotta just chill, dude. Just smoke a joint. That's all you gotta do, bro. Smoke a joint.
Yeah.
Just kick back, lay back, bro.
I miss prank calls. I feel like the kids don't enjoy prank calls as much anymore.
They don't do that shit anymore. No way. These kids don't do fucking prank calls anymore. They fucking got these goddamn cell phones.
I have seen one phone prank that's pretty good, which is
you know what I mean, man. For the most part.
I know. But check this one out. They'll say we're hanging out. We take my phone and we take your phone. And we call two different Chinese food restaurants.
Dude. Okay, I've seen this. That is actually, dude. I remember. I don't know who showed it to me. It was either you or Charlie. I'll never forget the first time I saw that though. That I died. I died on the ground laughing because they
just keep going.
So one Asian restaurant yelling at the other Asian restaurant. They're like, "What do you want to order? No, you call me. What you order? You call me, motherfucker." Oh my God, go look it up on YouTube. I was in tears the first time I heard that one. And there's multiple of them, but it was, what a classic idea. Yeah. Who came up with the idea? It's like, let's just call two Chinese restaurants and put them together on the phone and have them just start yelling at each other because that's what they do. It's like,
yeah.
That'll never get old to me.
Yeah.
That was very creative. Whoever did that, fucking DM me or something, they'll send you a fucking hat.
Oh, it's good shit. Yeah, for sure.
You're a legend in my book. Real quick, I want to do a real quick break. Give a shout out to our sponsors over at Anchor FM. Real quick.
It's the TIZZ TALK Podcast. It's the TIZZ TALK Podcast.
Thank you, Anchor, for everything you do for making the TIZZ Talk Podcast rolling and keeping going these days. Looking for some new sponsors. TIZZ fam. If you guys really want to be on board with the fucking gang, like let's try and get this thing going. Like I'd be more than I actually have had some people hit me up on emails. I just don't like their products. I don't want to advertise it.
I hear you.
6 months from now, if we continue this fucking thing, keep doing it. Anticipate my promise. I'm not trying to say I'm not going to. It's just I know we had a month lull here. There's reasons for that. Okay. Like I've been busy as fuck. And Toowoketogobroke can vouch because we're working together on some shit outside of this.
Yeah.
We're busy. This has been the busiest past 3-4 months I've had, which is good because fucking 2020 sucked. Okay. COVID fucked up my business so bad. I mean, you almost could have called me poor, a broke man. I mean, I was basically broke.
Yeah.
But it rebounded quickly. It just, I have no shame in admitting any.
I had a good 2020. I enjoyed 2020, but I know it's selfish to say that because it really wasn't good for a lot of folks. But
your industry, though, you were like in the best place to be.
Well, even regardless of that, I kind of like the lockdown.
I'm not hating on the lockdown. I like the lockdown because I was so used to already kind of isolating because of depression issues with Charlie and all these stuff. I had already gotten used to it. And then all of a sudden the lockdown happened. I'm like, oh, so everybody's doing what I'm doing now? Everybody's
like, get on my level.
I was like, yeah, I've been on this level. Like, you know, I've already pissed off enough people in the past 6 months.
Come down to this level.
Like nobody wants to be around me. Cool. I'm used to that. Now we can't be around each other. Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm used to this. I love it. Let's fucking ramp this pod up, you know. And that's when I put it into overdrive, and then the structure.
It was like, all right, everybody locked down, and then the George Floyd thing happened, and the news was like riveting to just watch police stations burning and fucking riots.
2020 was one thing after another. It was like, okay, this happened, it's over. This happened in COVID, and then all of a sudden, COVID is not over. Those riots and shit back in June or May.
When you mix COVID, Trump, and George Floyd, I mean, that was probably one of the most interesting times in American history.
It was, and you know what's so awesome about it too, is we documented it on TIZZ Talk Podcast.
Yeah, we did.
We did the TIZZ for Prez episode when the riots broke out. That was a great episode, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were like, fuck it. You're like, yeah, man. As the writers say, TGIF, because it was a Friday night, we were running the pod. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, dude. I was like, hey man, like, protesters, one thing, rioting, one thing, but when the looting starts, that's when you say, get your knee out. All right. Like you gotta better be careful. The grocery store, you didn't know what the fuck was going on back then, dude. It was insane. I was kind of terrified to go to the grocery store without my pistol in my car. You just never know, man. But I do want to say something before we wrap it up. And I think this has been a really fucking great organic show, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Today was Tesla AI Day. Do y'all even know what the fuck that means? Because I didn't. But I do hold a lot of option calls on fucking Tesla, and with the praise and hopes that this AI meeting today, tomorrow, I get rich. Probably not going to happen. It's okay. But if you didn't watch Elon Musk come on stage today, they were talking about the self-driving vehicles, okay, all this stuff. But the kicker was the Tesla AI bot. The AI bot. What is that? Well, have y'all ever seen iRobot? It's basically what it is. Or Ex Machina. They have created a prototype. It's called the Tesla bot. And the whole goal of it is to help make a better and more efficient workforce. Now, a lot of people are going to think that's kick ass, right? But that's going to piss off a lot of people who are going to lose jobs if this becomes a reality.
Yeah, what will society be like when men are just banging robots?
I mean, that's the thing, is like Elon Musk is that guy who's, going to push this harder than anybody and make it actually probably happen. I mean, it's a workforce thing. I mean, you're taking away jobs from humans, man.
I just thought of like a plot for a book based on something here. That's nice.
I mean, he's the real life Tony Stark. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. This whole Neuralink thing, it's kind of interesting. I kind of want to get it. Maybe it'll make me like 10 times smarter. What do you think about that Neuralink thing?
I think
I kind of want
that
to like try it, and if I don't like it, take it the fuck out.
I think it's inevitable.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, if it's gonna like enhance, like say what we use 10% of our brains,
That's not true, actually.
or 20% or something like that. But
It's not really like that. It's not really. It's not that statement's like just a big joke.
No, not saying that the Neuralink's gonna like give you full capacity to your brain, but it's supposed to enhance it. Like,
Well, what I think is it could be cool is if you could actually like truly experience other shit through it. You know, like you'd be like, oh, I want to go see the fucking Grand Canyon, and boom, you're there, right? Like, or some cool, some crazy shit. I want to get out. I want to get in a shootout in the middle of a biker bar, and then all of a sudden you're there, just like, pow, 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 like that'd be dope. You know what I mean? But
it's like that client of mine. I sent you the thing of where they do that laser tag thing.
yeah. But imagine AI chip planted in your head, and you're like in this world. That would be cool.
You don't even need goggles or anything. It's just like all of a sudden you're just like you're just there.
Yeah, you're just there.
That would be dope as shit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially if they could make a surfing game or some shit like that where you like drop in. It's like you're just in your mind. You're just like, imagine how good your muscle movement. I mean, that's insane. I mean, you want to get good at any sport. If you can apply that to it, it's like all of a sudden just like you're there.
Yeah, and you can build the muscle memory without actually using your body too much, like
I think it's very impressive. It's just like it's almost like you're fucking with God's work, is what a lot of people are gonna look at it as. Like,
well, yeah, but people
not me, but like there's plenty of people out there that will look at it like that.
Yeah, for sure.
State and
I think the Neuralink could be interesting.
I'd like to give it a shot. I would like to.
I think it could be really cool for old people. You're sitting in a hospital bed, like, just crapping yourself, and zoom, put that thing in, and you're just skateboarding all of a sudden. And tell you,
I guess if you're like a younger like us, like, is it necessary?
Shouldn't be. You should live your life.
Sorry, not necessary, but like, does it make a big difference?
I would say it would detract from your overall actual life.
It's like that limitless pill.
If you can just live it up in AI, like a lot of people they're not going to want to be in the real world, period, right?
I was like, God damn, like, in the past 10 years, 10 years ago, would you ever thought we'd be doing what we're doing at this moment?
I think we're about 15 years, maybe 20 from like pretty legit robots, like legit, commercially available robots.
What does that do to the human race workforce?
I don't know, man.
Especially if you get these robots in factories, there goes all those jobs.
Think about this though, and I mean, granted, this is like way out there, but say humans started going to other planets, robots could be gathering all the materials down here to actually get humans further and further out into the galaxy. You know what I mean?
Look, I think Elon is a brilliant motherfucker. Yeah, I respect Elon. I mean, I do. I mean, more than Bezos, big dick Bezos. Like, I mean,
I respect the hustle. I'm not sure.
I respect Bezos. I just think Elon's just got this like mindset. He's like I said, like the Tony Stark. He's just got this like mindset that and when he has an idea and he thinks he can do it, like he usually achieves.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he hasn't failed, but he seems to be, coming up with these crazy ideas. And I don't know. Some of them may work, some may not. I don't know. We're at that like pivotal point in time. It's like, what do they call it? The singularity, when robot and human, it's like there is no cross back over. It's like, like the Terminator.
Yeah.
Skynet.
So
is that what's going to happen?
Where a human and a robot become one, basically.
Because the goal of the robot is to protect the
system.
I guess how it's coded. Yeah, the system, right? And so if the artificial intelligence, AI, figures out that human race is actually the problem, just like Terminator, they're going to go after the human race.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can plug in to say that is not acceptable. You don't touch humans, but I think at one point, if it crosses the line, who is to stop these robots?
You know what's lame? Do you remember it was I don't know, in the last year when they had the Google, the two computers talking to each other, and they started just going off on their own, and nobody knew what they were saying. That's as much as any article ever said about that. I'd like to know more about what was that? What was going on?
I don't know if I recall.
So they had two AIs talking to each other that could learn and
robots or just computers?
Well, computers, just AI.
Well, I guess a robot is a computer, but I'm saying was it two standing robots talking?
No, just two computers, AIs, two AIs
interacting with each other.
Two artificial intelligent computers just talking to each other. And then they just started talking in a language that humans couldn't decipher. And it was a little wild. So they just pulled the plug on it. And
as you should, because computers, once the computers, this AI, they figure something out. AI computers, they don't run off humans' psychology. It's different. They are problem solvers because it's all numbers and shit. And so when if they become powerful enough, and I get why they shut it down, because I can understand where the fear comes from. If they get too knowledgeable,
Skynet
to the point, it's fucking Skynet, dude. It's fucking Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, it is that to a T.
So here's the thing too, is that a lot of people don't think of is well, robots are programmed to only do certain things. Well, have y'all heard of viruses and override? People can get into
when the robots start talking to each other in their own fucking language. I mean,
if a robot can deadlift, 800 pounds, it'll throw your ass off a fucking cliff real easy. You know what I mean? It'll just throw your ass in the air.
They don't have any emotion. They see you as a threat to the.
But let's mark it right now. Let's wait to hear the first news story break about when the first robot gets hacked and kills somebody.
It might have already happened and they're just not letting people know.
But I mean, takes a knife and just stabs or pushes some dude in front of a train, or you know what I mean? I mean, real shit.
Yeah, some iRobot shit or something. No, I gotcha.
Or not necessarily iRobot, but somebody hacks it and it stabs a dude through the eye or something, just something fucked up. Or just explodes.
There's a lot of fucked up people in this world that maybe could figure out how to hack out these things and, have them fucking go on a fucking rampage. I mean, it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
I do want to harp on one thing. I mean, you sent this article over about the, it's from Tokyo. The global semiconductor shortage has finally started to bite at Toyota. TM ticker. Stock ticker.
If you guys own your cars right now in cash, hold on. I mean, the values should keep going up here for a little bit.
Yeah, the used car market is on fire right now. It's weird.
The whole world's the beginning of when communism sucks. Is supplies are kind of supply chains all fucked up. No one's sure about the money. No one's sure about the money supply. It's like the beginning.
But we already know that just in between, was it March of 2020 till now, more money has been printed and circulated into the economy. That is fine as a temporary fix, but you can't keep printing money. It becomes fucking less and less valuable. It's just insane to me that they're talking about another one. You see that? The fourth stimulus check?
Well, I mean, if it happens in the right cycles, it works okay. But you do worry when, back in the day, smaller numbers, right? Compound interest, it gets exponential, right?
Right.
And so when you start talking about 100% over 300%, and you multiply that, it starts getting crazy. I mean, back in the day, the money supply grew at a decent clip, actually, but you were talking about like a few $1 billion, and then a few billion turned into 3 billion, and then 5 billion, and then all of a sudden now we're in the trillions, and it's just like,
So much debt.
yeah, just the amount of money supply in the whole globe.
Okay.
It just, the more it becomes these huge numbers, like I think it just becomes a little harder to control quite the same. You can keep printing. Well, a lot of people don't realize is that you got two ways that you can raise the, basically that the government can pay debt, right? You either print money, which devalues all of our savings, or you raise taxes. So that's the two choices you have to pay your debt as a government. So, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying you've got two options. Nobody likes to pay taxes. So as we've gotten away from paying taxes, which is fine, as long as you don't spend, like you're still receiving all those taxes. The tax bracket in America before the 80s was very high.
You're right. Yeah.
And so we've it's so easy to win an election when you say you're going to lower taxes, right? But then you don't get reelected if you try to raise them. So the school of thought has become, through greed and corruption and politicians, has just been print more. And so, which is the invisible tax. People don't get mad when they print money. People aren't like up in arms when they print money, but it is a tax. It's a tax on every penny you earn and every penny you save. I'll have to watch this. I'll have to watch this Tesla AI thing a little bit, even though I know it's boring. Because I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, what has Musk ever said that was really that smart? Well, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, has he really said anything that was that groundbreaking?
So what do you think about Michael Berry? You know who Michael Berry is, right?
I think he's smart, and I think long term he's going to be right. How long is that going to take? I don't know, but he will be right long term. These companies are way overvalued.
Look what he did in 2005. He figured out the mortgage crisis 3 years before it fucking collapsed.
Look, man, Michael Burry is right. He's right on the fucking money. It's not.
He invests heavy into water.
Yeah, he's into water, and he's against Kathy Wood and ARK Investments because all these technologies.
That's what I was about to bring that up, because I was looking at the Kathy Woods.
He's smart. They're stupid. I mean, I don't care. Short-term success is short-term success in this market.
Well,
Not that Kathy Woods short, been in the market a short time as a rock star. She's been around for a long time.
The guy's obviously not a fucking idiot. He sees
Michael Burry is correct. A lot of these stocks are heavily overvalued. At some point, you have to make money. The IPO and all the big money goes into people's pockets, and then it can get the price can go down from there as they sell it to suckers.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta say this, because here's the deal: Michael Berry, right, from The Big Short, but the real Michael Berry.
Yeah,
I don't think he's missed. I think he's been right on everything that he. Okay.
Here's the thing about people like Michael Burry is people love to say they're wrong because they're wrong right now, but it doesn't matter as long as he's right in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
He's always 5 years ahead of the curve almost every time.
Exactly. And dude, there's so much overvaluation. It's not even funny. I think you should be buying blue, I don't think you should be buying a whole lot of anything, but if you're buying stuff, it needs to be blue chip, undervalued PE-wise stocks that make money, or buy companies that are in a good financial position, but they're losing money, that are generally good companies. And you'll kick out.
Or just buy bearish ETF funds.
Like, you could do that too, but as long as they're not like technology driven, there's too much technology. But Michael Burry will prove to be right. A lot of these companies will never turn a profit, and I don't care what anybody
Kathy
says.
Wood's pissed. She's pissed about this because basically he's shorting her.
Eventually, I don't care that the market's changed in certain ways. Eventually, the market hits equilibrium and the price is as it should be. I don't care if we're talking 10, 20 years. You can be
No,
right.
I think we started to see it this week.
No, we haven't. We have.
No. I think
This is a consolidation pullback.
but I think
Scare.
it's the look, me and you've been talking about this.
They're scaring regular people out, and they're going to make another push or two at
I
this.
mean, they ain't gonna scare me out. But what I'm saying is, like, I think we might be starting to see soon. And then when I say soon, I mean I'm not talking about next week. It could be 6 months, a year, whatever. But I think we're about to see a big correction in the market.
If we're going to see
It's
something,
it's inevitable. It's inevitable, in my opinion. It really is.
if we're going to see something, it's going to be around September, like 21st, something like that.
Well, that's Tech's worst month. They call it September.
But I think what we're going to see is unemployment is going to go away. And then you're going to see a big boom of employment stats. That's going to drive the market to a new highs, because as people have to leave their homes and not be getting all this government money, the workforce is in need of workers really bad right now. And as the unemployment goes away, they're going to start flooding into a lot of these crappy jobs. So I think we're going to see a little lull. They're trying to get the common man out of the stocks right now. And then there's going to be another big push here for them to make more money. They're just taking profits.
And then I get that. I agree with you.
So I think what we're going to see is a big employment boom over the next year and a half.
Well, that's good for the economy.
At least a year. I think that we may be, and I may be wrong, but I think we may be, and granted, it's gilded. It's all gilded. But I think we may see one of the best 5-year stretches of all time. Followed by,
it's gonna go 5 years from here.
Could be that long, but
I mean,
followed
we're
by
already like at all-time highs.
Followed by
A big crash.
terror and fear and the gripping of the nation. Because what right now is like we're being lulled. Politics are getting more extreme. We've got a lot of money printing going on to help spur on this new wave that we're going to see over the next few years. But then what we're setting into motion is a big crash of some sorts. When titans collide of whether it's foreclosures, it's not going to be one thing. It's going to be 3 or 4 of these things that are finally just meet at a head, and it explodes into maybe the worst 5 years we've ever seen. Like it's going to be, and then it's going to be, it's not going to be, it's not going to be like a slow thing. I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see years of get your money while you can. I think we are going to see that. Maybe not 5 years, but 2 years. I think we've got some time here. I think that the biggest bubble we have right now is the foreclosure bubble, with all these landlords that have been putting their shit off into their mortgage. But I think what you're going to see is the Fed's not going to spend all that money and do all this shit in order for that obvious bubble to burst the whole party. But I think there's a lot of fear out there that's a little bit misguided, just because when they print all this money, they know where it's going to end up. Like they know it's going to end up in that top 1%'s hand, but it takes a little bit of time. So they're going to bleed all that money out of the system and hoard it, and then you're going to see the dark times. I mean, it's like this in the market. If you say things are going to get good for long enough, it'll eventually come true. If you say things are going to get bad for long enough, eventually it's going to come true. You know what I mean? Like there's always those crashes and there's always these highs. So if you play your position long enough, and when you're shorting things, usually your positions are costing you money. So that's why it's a little bit harder. But if you just hold your position, whatever it is, long enough, then you're going to be fine. That's all you got to know. Now, if you're trading options and all, you can lose, but you're just buying equities and you stay diversified enough, you're going to be fine.
I agree.
Well, shit, man, have fun in San Diego, dude.
Dude, I've lost all track of time. This week has been it's just from one spectrum to the other. I mean, I just like, what the fuck is going on?
Where are you staying at in San Diego?
Megan Payne.
Okay.
It's her birthday on the 25th. I mean, that's the main reason why we're going out there. And I am going to rent a car, and for like a day or two, I need to go up to San Clemente and talk to my business partner, Surfboards, because he's been crushing it. He's been doing very fucking well.
Into what?
The surfboard business.
Canzo.
Yeah. I'm the silent partner. I mean, I don't know how to shape surfboards, but I know how to run a business. So I let Cody handle all the other stuff.
Nice. Is Henry Fry still around in Houston?
That's a goddamn good question. I think he might have passed, but I could be totally wrong about that.
You might be right, man. I was just thinking that. Like, I was like, he's got to be getting up there in the years.
I mean, he was old as shit when I was buying surfboards from middle school and high school. Well, Tuwo, again, thank you for always being on the show.
Didn't somebody get all pissed off on you on Discord?
Oh, man, that's happened so many fucking times.
Yeah, but wasn't it like Drank or one of your boys?
Oh, it was Drank. Yeah. Drank got mad at me. And Drake's my homie. He's a young guy. He's young. Just became good friends with the dude, meeting him on Discord. But at the end of the day, he's taught me a lot. Like, yeah, I mean, I'll take a loss here and there, and then like he'll be like, get into this, yada yada, and like, I do. I'm either up or down, but it's pretty fucking amazing to me. Correct me if I'm wrong or disagree with me, but what I'm getting at is it's pretty awesome to, when I first found Discord and I found all these like, stock channels and all that, whatever. I met a group of guys, like 3 or 4 people, and we just were like, fuck this server. Let's just go open up our own private chat thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it was a good show. I wanted to touch on other things. Obviously, my eyes are just kind of like falling out of the back. They're rolling in the back of my head because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I did stupid stock market stuff with it, and I had to deal with a bunch of other crap. But anyways, TIZZ, real quick before we let you go. Just, it's not a special announcement, but like, I'm gonna try and just say this in the show. It's like a 10, 15 second spiel. Now that I've been through it and I understand it, just take care of your mental well-being, your mental well-being. Somebody's like not talking correctly. Mental well-being. All right, because like depression or anxiety or whatever, I mean, like whatever it is that you're like suffering from, like you're not the only one. And as Russ Mullen says, you are not alone, but like you're not the only one. If you think you're the only one, like, I mean, I went through it, but I just want to always like end the show on a positive note. Like, take care of yourself. Stop giving a fuck too much about what other people think about you. Why waste effort of your own mind and soul, yet alone your breath, if you want to fight with it? It's like, who gives a fuck? They don't like you. They don't like you. Fucking haters gonna hate.
Yeah, fuck them.
And just on this, I'm gonna do my little, spiel. Stiz, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do this line until you get the fuck back on the show. So Toowok's been a great show. So I'll just go. You want to do DIT DAT thing? You want to do that first?
Nah, man, just go with the flow. And
no, I'm just saying, like, that's just like the best outro ever. It's just like, that's your thing. Like, that's like,
well, yeah, you got DIT, you got DAT, and that's all there is. You can't have DIT without DAT.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's either DIT or DAT. It's one or the other.
Flow.
Go with the flow, baby. Go with the flow.
Fuck you, pay me.
Cut the fucking check.
Yeah.
Get the fucking check.
If they ain't doing business, don't let them in your business.
No, look, you're either a fucking liability or an asset. And in my world, if you are a fucking liability to me and you're not an asset, I will allow you to bring me down.
Yeah.
That's being a liability. Otherwise, you're an asset, which means you're doing something that is like not just
Essential.
for
Essential.
me. Fuck that essential, baby. But yeah, I know. Anyways, Tish, I mean, you know how I do this shit, right? You know how I do this shit. Get your mind correct. Get your motherfucking mind correct, especially in the times like these. Now, I know you guys heard me say this many times. I mean, DM me and tell me to shut the fuck up if you're tired of hearing it, but I know I have to. Now, once you get your mind correct, keep your motherfucking mind correct. And shout out to Chameleonaire and Paul Wall. Get your mind correct. One of the best classic Houston rap albums that still is not, it's untouchable still, in my opinion. You know that one too.
Oh, yeah.
Get your mind correct. One of the greatest Houston like underground hip hop albums. Shout out Chameleonaire, venture capitalist, like fucking genius. He's like one of the only rappers who said, fuck it, I've done enough rap. I'm gonna put my money in venture capital, and he's crushing it. I gotta admire the guy. Other than that, you know, the TIZZ, man, the TIZZ doesn't ask why, man. Or ladies and gentlemen, the TIZZ asks why not? Thank you for tuning into the TIZZ Talk Podcast, TIZZ fam. You don't have your fucking legal ditties. It's not your legal ditties, but just do us a fucking favor. Go on Apple Podcasts and write a review and all that, or just, give a thumbs up. But I'd prefer you guys to go to Spotify going forward. I love their platform now. They've changed it so much, way better than Apple. Apple is slacking right now. Apple, no hate to you, but your podcast, platform is just so not like, it's out of whack. Spotify, I encourage all my listeners, start with Spotify, let Apple get their shit together, and go back to Apple. Go back to Apple. That's all I got to say. Focus on, if you want to listen to the show, I prefer you guys listen on Spotify. And I don't know if they have like where you could write a review or a rating, whatever. It'll come though. It will. Other than that, I got nothing else, man. I got nothing else. I just got to go pack. As you can tell, I was falling asleep earlier because I got to get out of here for the fucking first time. It's fucking Delta, whatever, and COVID and all this shit. It's like, dude, let's go. Let's go. So, anyways.
Yeah, man.
I know you're an hour ahead of me, so you have got to be exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted. I gotta go to the airport. So, fam, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me and Toowoketogobroke just go over the kind of random cool stuff. I love these types of shows, and we're back. We're back. We're back.
Don't call it a comeback.
I didn't say comeback.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, no, we're back because we were on a hiatus. We were busy, but guess what? We're back. You know us? We're not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Who's that behind you?
Holy shit, I thought I saw a ghost. Hey, whenever we do put this on YouTube, dude, it's moving. You see that?
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy. Anyways, TIZZ, thank you for tuning in to TIZZ Talk Podcast episode, whatever the fuck episode it is. It doesn't matter because you're going to keep tuning in anyway. We will be back. I'm not going to tell you what day it's going to be because I
peace. Yeah, but peace. We'll be around.
Peace be with you. Get your mind correct. Do your thing. Y'all have a good night or good day, whatever this posted, whatever. TIZZ Talk is out. Toowoketogobroke is out. Thank you for being on the show.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, TIZZ fam. Toowoketogobroke, love you. I'll talk to you soon. Let's Yeah.
Have a good
Peace
trip,
out.
y'all.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Out of here. Later.
It's the TIZZ Talk Podcast.